Morning, guys. Well, it's morning for me. Good Lord, look at me. I need a shave. Look at that. You don't realize what you look like until you start doing a lot of the Zoom things and you think, oh, really, I'm letting myself go. Anyway, let's get ourselves warmed up. Now, first and foremost, as I said, beginning of every single session, please exercise. Caution and cautiously exercise. So make sure you're feeling good. Make sure your joints are feeling good. Make sure you're not suffering any kind of respiratory symptoms. Obviously, that's quite relevant right now. If this happens to last any length of time, this is during the COVID pandemic and when it's peaking in Western Australia. Please make sure that you fill one of our forms out if you're participating in our program. Other than that, let's get warmed up. So, I want 20 steps on the spot and a 5-second child's pose. Now, child's pose. Just Google it. Honestly, it's the easiest thing in the world. It's worth 2 seconds of research. It's a nice thing to do, just relaxing. It's nice to get someone to talk you through it that's nicer than me. So a yoga instructor will do a better job than I will finding you how to do a child's pose properly. So 20 steps, 5-second child's pose, then 5 minutes of this. And this is actually a relatively gentle warm-up. It's quite fun and it's probably spiritually enlightening. So pause the video here. We'll move on to the next phase. Not so relaxing, not so spiritually enlightening. So you've got a choice of 5, 10, or 20 push-ups, then a 100-step sprint, dropping flat for 2 seconds every 10 steps. This is harder than it sounds. So the push-ups, yeah, we know push-ups, you all gauge push-ups, 5, 10, or 20. 100-step sprint means you're sprinting for 10 steps, then dropping flat to the ground for 2 seconds every 10 steps. Now, there's a couple of little things here. When you come back up out of that, off the ground, don't arch your back. Ask yourself, am I arching my back as I come up and leave my hips on the ground when I do my first push? If you're doing that, don't do it. Just push up, keep your body nice and strong, core engaged, and knock that out. Now, that's going to be quite tough. By the end of that, you'll be puffing. I want 5 rounds of that. That's pretty much it. So I'll pause the video now. Or you pause the video now, sorry, and I'll move to frame 3. Right, hovering, also known as a plank, for 60 or 30 seconds. Child's pose again, which you learned in the warm-up, for 5 seconds. Then a jogging with your high knees for 200. High knees obviously means bringing your knees up towards your chest, but not all the way towards your chest, and not in a manner that feels like you're tearing your hamstrings or glutes out. Just a nice, solid bounce. Bounce, 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 and then back to that hover for 60 or 30 whilst recovery breathing, child's pose and high knees. That child's pose is a good back recovery exercise. It takes pressure off people, especially if your lower back is prone to tension, prone to tightening up. This will help that as long as you do it in a relaxed fashion. That's where the proper yoga video comes in handy. You'll be fine. So I want 5 rounds of this at least if you're doing the 30 and the 5 and the 200. If you can do more, obviously do more, make this workout last for you. Then pause again here. And then, oh, this is fun. So cycling sit-ups. So cycle your legs like you're riding a bike and sit up at the same time. This is hard to do. If you need to do one or the other and then do the other afterwards, that's fine. But if you can do both together, it's quite a feat. But it is a little bit like rubbing your stomach and patting your head at the same time. Then tantrums. Tantrums are a great one. Lie flat on your front, the arms out in front of you and legs out behind you, and your head down. Now, lift your right arm up and your left leg up, and then switch sides. So you go to your left leg and left arm and right leg, and you keep switching back and forth like that. It's called a tantrum. Each movement is 20. Each movement is 1, you go into 20, and then squat to push press. That means you squat down and then push the object that we advise you get in the notes above your head. We recommend no more than 10 kilos since we're doing 20 reps. If you're very strong, that's fine, but push down, holding it against chest, and then squat back up again and push it above your head. It's quite a lot of fun, that one. It's one of the more satisfying styles in the world. So it's cycling sit-ups 20, tantrums 20, squat to push press for 20. As always, anything hurts, don't do it. And then 5, 10, or 20 rounds. Be cautious if you're looking at pushing the 20 rounds. That's still 400 sit-ups and 400 squats. It's a lot of reps of that exercise. So only do that if you're feeling particularly elite today. And of course, the first sign of pain or tension, back off straight away. Alrighty. Now we're going to move to our standard frames. And I've changed the order of these because I don't like the order they're in. So now we stretch. Get a good online, all your major muscle group stretch video. I'm no model, and there are people out there that will demonstrate these things for you. You're far superior experience than watching me try and stiff body my way through these things. I'm not a flexible person. Here's thinking. So make sure you do that. Stretching is very important. You can hydrate while you're stretching and then move on to the last and most wonderful frame, just to meditate. We do recommend this. There's a meditation video on this channel. Use it, or use another one if you'd like to. but find a way that makes you feel relaxed and heavy and comfortable at the end of your session. That, guys, as always, feedback, feedback, feedback. I'm not getting a lot of feedback unless I ask for it. What I'm getting is universally positive, and that simply cannot be the case. So tell me how I can improve. Tell me what you need. And have an amazing day. It's Monday. I hope your day goes well. Peace out, guys.